Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today we're going to be going back into the Kingdom of Varlamore to be testing out the best prayer training method in the game. I touched on this method a little bit in my mining video. Feel free to check it out. I will leave a link in the description, but let's get right to it today. So the method is going to be using blessed bone shards. Now basically blessed bone shards are bones broken down into shards, basically is the best way to put it. Now there's a bunch of different ways of obtaining the bone shards. Now the easiest way is by getting regular bones and breaking them down. So for example, regular bones would break down into 4 bone shards, dragon bones would break down into 58, and we'll say superior dragon bones would break down to 121 bone shards. And then we'll say that the sun-kissed bones are already blessed and cannot be broken down. And then here are some other bones that you cannot turn into bone shards. So like burnt bones, monkey bones, long bone, curved bone, you get the gist, right? And basically the creation is you bless the bones, which I will show you how to do in the video later on. And then you use a chisel on them to break them into the bone shards. Now, other ways of actually getting bone shards are from the calcified deposits, which I show in my mining video. And then you can get them from the lunar chest. And then also through the hunters, rumors, loot sacks, you can get some more bone shards. Now, I just want to show you actually how good this method is. So here's regular dragon bones, right? Now, you can bury a dragon bone, which will give you 72 prayer experience. You can use the Sinister Offering spell, which will give you, say, 216. You can use them Gilded Altar or the Chaos Temple, and it will give you 252. The Ectofunctus will give you 288. Now, if you break them down into the bone shards, you will get 290. And then if you break them into the bone shards and then use a jug of blessed sunfire wine, you will get 348 experience. So definitely the best experience overall in the game if you break them down into the shards. So I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so right now I've got 500 noted dragon bones, I've got my chisel and 1,000,000 GP cash. You definitely do not need 1,000,000 GP, I just brought it for the sake of it. So we're going to teleport over to Varlamore using just a teleport in my house. And then next we're going to run up to this bird right here, Renew. Somebody in the last video said you need to say the bird's name, give him some respect, so there you go. And then once you head over to this mountain right here, this is where you're going to be doing all of the action. This is the exposed altar where you're going to be blessing the bones and also making the jugs of wine later on. So basically you get your noted bones and you can use them on this guy and exchange X. So I'm just going to put all of this, and it costs a little bit of GP to unnode the bones, right? And then you come up here and bless the bones. So we're turning these dragon bones into blessed dragon bones, and then we can break them down or just use a chisel on them really fast to break them into the bone shards. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for all 500 of these bones. This might take a little while, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, it only took about 5 minutes and we got 29,000 blessed bone shards. Now the next thing you want to do is decide which type of wine that you're going to be using. Now you can use the traditional wine or you can use the sunfire wine. Now, the difference is a little bit of experience, as you saw with, say, the dragon bone. It would be more experience to use the sunfire wine versus the regular wine. Now, basically, to make the sunfire wine, you will need these sunfire splinters. Now, there's a couple ways that you could actually go ahead and get these. You could either hunt the sunlight antelopes or get them from the Fortis Coliseum. Now, you have to defeat the first wave, which is fairly easy to do. You can see in the clip here that I kind of do it, don't really know what I'm doing, and end up getting at least a little bit of these sunfire splinters just for this video. And then you're just going to need a pestle and mortar, and you can use it on the jug of wine, and this will make the jug of sunfire wine, which you can bless. And if not, just use a regular jug of wine, and we're going to head back to the temple. So once you're back at the temple right here, this is where you can bless your wines. It's kind of the same process. Just have the wines in the inventory and then just click bless. And now you'll have the jug of blessed sunfire wine and the jug of blessed wine. So you can choose which ones you want to use. I'm going to go and get a full inventory of the blessed sunfire wines, and I will be right back. Kind of tedious to make them, to be honest. Alright, so now it's where the actual prayer training begins. So I'm going to bless the rest of these sunfire wines that I got in my inventory right here. Dismiss this sergeant. And now to train the prayer, you just want to head north of this little place right here up to the bowl, which is in one of these buildings up here. Just enter here, and the bowl is right here. This little pink bowl right here. Now what you pour the wine into the bowl, and then it will like change the color of it. It'll glow up a little bit, and then you can just start blessing the bones, which is insane. So as you can see, now I can just sacrifice, just click like this, and we're getting insane prayer XP, and it's just literally non-stop. Now it is pretty crazy, but you have to bank every now and then to get some more of the jugs. But like, if you just stack these up, man, prayer would be so easy. Like, I will put on screen the amount of prayer experience that I'm getting per hour, and I'll actually just add it to the canvas. Look at this. We're getting 1.5 million prayer XP per hour. Like, this is freaking crazy. So every now and then your prayer actually will like drain, and you have to pray at an altar again. So we're gonna come up to here, pray at the altar, and we can head right back to this bowl right here. You could like take prayer potions or something like that if you're that sweaty with this method, but I can't be asked to do that myself. When you can just get it for free right there and head right back into gaining this insane prayer XP. We just hit 2 mil an hour right now, and we still have 22,000 of the shards left. Like, this is pretty freaking crazy. Now you got to keep in mind, this is 500 dragon bones that I did use to get this, but you got to keep in mind, you could just get this from mining over time, which is just freaking crazy to think about, man. Instead of doing motherlode mine or whatever, you know, it's weird, because this is a weird method, right? Because it's worth doing on a main account and an Ironman as well. What I mean by this is, like, on a main account, right, you can just buy bones, like regular bones, and then break them down yourself, make them into the bone shards, and as you can clearly see, they give more experience than just using a gilded altar. For Ironman accounts, or even say hardcore Ironman accounts, this means you do not have to go into the wilderness anymore, or you don't need a gilded altar, you don't need to use the ectofunctus anymore. You can just simply use this brand new method. And let me tell you, getting the Sunfire wines is very easy. I would highly recommend just getting the Sunfire wines versus the regular. But if you want to use the regular, be my guest. It's still better experience than the regular methods themselves. And it does take a little bit of time to break them into the bone shards and whatever. But it is extremely worth it, as you can see. Like, this is probably one of the fastest training methods in the entire game now. And because of this, I might honestly go for post-prayer XP, because it's literally just that easy. Like, it is freaking insane how much experience we are getting per hour. And I like the method itself, right? Like, I've got all these bones in the bank, the ones that I don't really have a point of using, like big bones or baby dragon bones or something like that. Now they have a use finally, which is just crazy to me, because I've got so many bones stacked up in the bank, and now I can actually use them. I really wish this method was here when I was going for my 99. What an awesome method. Definitely one of my favorite things that I've done so far in Varlamore. I did get to check out the Coliseum, made it to wave 2, pretty proud of myself. I really wasn't even trying, I just wanted to get those blessed bone shards or whatever they are. But yeah, Varlamore has been insane. Definitely one of the best updates of the year, and I can't wait to tackle more. We've still got the Hunter contracts, we've still got the Coliseum, we've still got the Perilous Moons. There's still so much to do and cover, but yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.